Some questions that they will ask you, you will ask yourself, what have you been doing? What exactly has been happening in your life? Why do these children know so much? Good day, viewers. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Busu. If you are just seeing my face for the first time, you are welcome. And if you are my returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you for always. Please, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channels, please do so right now. Do not forget. Subscription does not take you less than just 1 second. And guess what? You are not charged for subscribing. You are not asked to pay any money for subscription. So please show me love by subscribing. Thank you so much for that. And I want to remind us of something today. When last did you tell your child, male or female, when last did you tell your child, oh, you're beautiful, you are handsome? When last? Do we know that as small or as little or as just a word as this language is, it is very, very important. It is very important for your child to know that yes, my mommy appreciates me, my daddy knows that I am beautiful. So you don't really have to hide it from them. They need to know. Why? Because this is what most times young boys used to deceive our young girls. Imagine you telling a child you're beautiful from home. When they get outside and a boy of their mates tells them, ah, Adeze, you look beautiful. Thank you. I know. Or when a girl tells a girl, you look handsome. Thank you. I know I am handsome. Why? Because my mommy told me so. I know I am beautiful because my mommy told me so. Now, when they look at themselves in the mirror, they tend to appreciate themselves more. It will build their self-esteem. It will build their confidence. But a child that you have broken from home, a child that you have made to realize from home, you look ugly, you're not beautiful. When they get outside, a little thing will get their attention. Imagine somebody telling them from outside, you look beautiful, and they start doing like, oh, thank you so much. Either they are adults or they are children. This word gets to them easily. I can remember a day I was telling my husband, I look, I'm getting fatter, and I look a little bit chubby, and he was like, well, I like it like that. You look beautiful. Do you know what that word actually made me feel? Sometimes I look at the mirror and I feel, motherhood has really changed so much in me. And the fact that my husband still tells me that I am looking beautiful makes my day. I feel, okay, it is actually worth it. It is the stress, it is worth everything for me. Not to talk of those children that are just coming up. They need to know. These days I see young girls talking about sex like it is nothing. Paul, leave that place. Talking about sex like it is nothing. Talking about abortion like water. Like they just go into the toilet and they just pass urine. That is the way some of those students see abortion as. There was a friend of mine was telling me she was passing and two students were coming behind her, and one was saying, meaning I had an abortion yesterday, and then I understand so fast. Really, sometimes it is lack of appreciation that makes some children make mistakes. It is lack of appreciation that makes some girls enter into where they are not even supposed to enter. Now, apart from you telling them that they look beautiful, let us make them to understand their anatomy. I am a girl. God has created me to be a girl. I am beautifully and I am wonderfully made. Now, imagine you telling a child every day that you are different from a boy. You are a girl and you are beautiful like this. You are a boy and you are beautiful like that. God has made you special in your own way. You are unique in your own form. Now, as a girl, there are parts of your body that should not be touched. As a boy, there are parts of your body that should not be played with. A girl has a breast. Nobody is supposed to touch your breast. Nobody is supposed to play or fondle with your breast. As a boy, nobody is supposed to play with your penis. Now, this teaching is supposed to start as early as 3 years old, because I believe that at that period they can express themselves more. They can explain to you what they actually want more. Why do we think that in school from KG1 till primary school, till they graduate from primary school, they continue to teach them 1, 2, 3 to 100. They keep giving them as an assignment. They keep teaching it. Sometimes when your child is in KG2, you feel we've done 1 to 5 in KG1 and he or she already knows that. Why do we think they repeat it? So that it will stick to their brain. So we should continually teach this thing. I remember around last year, 2 years ago, this issue of sex education was rampant, maybe because of what was happening at that period. But now, this year, I feel like we are forgetting it. I feel like it is no longer as important to us as before. No, let us continue. I know some people at that period already started it, but if you have not started it, please let us start now. Sex education, educating our children is very, very important, because the teachers cannot do it alone. Now, it is not just in school, it is not just at home, even in churches. Let us try and invite these lessons into it. Let a girl know that there are particular parts of my body that should not be seen outside. There are particular parts of my body that should not be touched. I can remember when I was still a spinster. I was staying with my uncle then, and his little girl, my big baby now, his little girl was barely 2 years old. So I told her one day, I said, Jenny, do you know that your bum bum, nobody should touch your bum bum? She was looking at me. Now, when I say barely 2 years, I think a year and very few months. Now, when I taught her that, I said, nobody should touch your bum bum. Nobody should touch your breast. And she said, okay. Now, in the evening, I wanted to bathe her and dress her up for night. I had forgotten the lesson of the day. So I told her, I was trying to wear her pants, and then she shouted, Auntie Blessing. I said, what is this? You're touching my bum bum. You know, as little and as funny as I felt that day, I felt like if you continue to teach them this thing, it will so stick to their head. If she could remember what I taught her in the morning, at night, that means that if you continue this teaching, it will so stick to her head that nobody will be able to convince her otherwise. Now, I am not making us feel like we are not doing enough. No. One thing I want us to understand is our children, we have more influence on our children when they are still younger than when they are older. When they are older, they see you as you don't know anything again. But when they are still younger, they feel my mommy said that whatever my mommy says is what is right. As we teach these children these things, let us also remember that we should try to call it what it is. Vagina is vagina, breast is breast, so that somebody will not be so raw with them outside and they feel mommy was actually lying. Mommy was lying. Why would mommy call vagina for me as Totoyo when I can actually call it vagina? Let us be explicit with them. Let us not hide anything. When we hide something, somebody else will be raw with them outside. Somebody else outside will tell them the truth. That thing that you are trying to hide, that thing that you feel under 16, rated 18, rated this, rated that, somebody will remove the rated for you outside. Now you get to see children as low as 14 years, 13 years, 12 years, 11 years already menstruating. That means they are liable to get pregnant. Now you see children that you still think they are still your babies, will tell you what you think you know. Sometimes there was this period that I used to call my neighbors' children. I'll call them inside. I would gist, would talk, this, that, this. There are some questions that they will ask you. You will ask yourself, what have you been doing? What exactly has been happening in your life? Why do these children know so much? You cannot blame them. This era that we have now, nothing is hidden. Even you yourself as an adult, you are just pressing your phone innocently, and you see a pop-up of a big bomb on your screen. You see a pop-up on things that you know that even your children should not see. Now imagine children that are already using phone, or maybe that period you were pressing your phone, your child was beside you, also looking at what you were doing on the phone, and all of a sudden something like that pops up, and they call your attention. You know they are very inquisitive. If that kind of the thing pops up in the presence of my son, you ask my mommy, what is that? You know they are very inquisitive, and they ask you questions like, mommy, what is that? And you say, don't mind it, don't mind it. Really? Don't mind it. Do you know there are mates that have phones outside that brings their phones to school? Let us be guided. Let us open more to our children. Let us teach them things that we know they need to know. Let us tell them things that when they hear it outside, they feel it's normal. And please let us not forget what I first said in the first place. Remind your children how beautifully and wonderfully made they are. Now imagine a rich guy trying to deceive an independent young lady. Imagine a rich guy trying to deceive somebody that is already selfly made. You can just imagine how it will look like. Telling a girl that already has a car of her own, telling her, I'm going to buy you a car if you do. Do you know how it is going to sound? The boy will sound stupid. So that thing that we think that we know they need to know, please let us explain to them. Let us make them know. This world now, the present world that we are working in is not like the former, it is not like the old. Now, things that we see as the abomination are now normal things. Things that we see as, you should be doing this, and now the things that should not be done, and not the things that we see as an abomination. Parents, let's be guided. Guardians, let us be guided. I pray that the Lord will help us in Jesus' name. Amen. And please, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do well to do so now. I said now. Let us try to subscribe. God bless you as you support this small girl.